All right, when you are solving this, the first thing that you want to do is, and it's asking you to solve it by quadratic formula. So you move everything to one side. I'm going to move it so that my leading coefficient is positive, so I'm going to add 9x squared to both sides, subtract a 12x from both sides, the negative 3 stays here, and that's my, my standard form. And now, the next thing though that I see is, can you divide each of these terms by a common factor to reduce the numbers, the coefficients? Yeah, so if you divide every individual term by 3, what that does is it makes your numbers just a little bit smaller to work with. So the 9 over 3 becomes a 3x squared minus 4x minus 1. Okay, and so here's your a value, your b value, and your c value. Okay, when you plug this in to quadratic formula, you get negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And it's just a matter of simplifying from there. So the negatives cancel. Here you get negative 4 squared, minus and minus becomes a plus. 3 times 4 times 1 is 12, all over 6. 4 plus or minus. Here you get the square root of 28. Hey, when you look at this 28, are there any perfect square factors you can remove from 28? It's equivalent to 4 times 7, so you can remove the square root of 4, it comes out as a 2. The 7 stays a factor inside the radical, all over 6. And so now it becomes, how do you simplify this number? And this is one of those cases where students tend to make common mistakes. Okay, you can't just say this 2 goes into this 6 and leaves a 3. Anything that you take out of one of these terms in the top has to come out of both. So technically the way that you can factor this is you remove a common factor from these two terms. So you would remove a common factor of 2, leaving a 2 and a plus or minus root 7. That's all over 6. And it's not until you remove that common factor that you can cancel and get your simplified form. And now, the shortcut for that is to simply go from here. If you cancel factors between these 3 elements, it has to be a common factor to all 3 of them. So the only common factor between 2, 4, and 6 is 2. 2 goes into 2 once, 2 goes into 4 twice, 2 goes into 6 3 times, and that leads you to this answer.